Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys? We are going to continue to talk about percents. This is we're going to pull everything from last week into a really short, quick,
Compiled,
long video. We'll see. We're doing percents. So our learning target, we will solve problems involving percents by using proportions. This is percents with everything. Percent increase, percent decrease, percents of a number,
Sounds familiar.
sales tax,
Commission.
coupons, everything. This is everything, guys. What is 10% of 350? So we're going to look at this and we're going to do our part over whole equals percent over 100. So what is my part? Do we know?
10% of...
We're looking for the part.
We're looking for it. So I don't know the part. What is my whole?
100.
350.
350.
I'm thinking of the...
I know.
So we've got 350 is my whole. What's my percent?
10.
Anytime you see a number with this percent sign on it, it goes above 100, no matter what. If it's got that percent sign attached to it.
Not no matter what, because percent increase and decrease, it's a little different. Because when you're comparing two percents.
Okay, when you're comparing the percents, it's a little different.
Whenever
but
you're finding percent
when
of
you're
a
finding
number,
a percent of a number,
or tax or discount, the
percent
will
sign goes
always
over.
Go over 100, yes.
So then I cross multiply. Guys, remember when you're cross multiplying, you're multiplying across. What is 350 times 10? That would be
35.
3,500
3,500.
equals 100x. And then I'm going to divide by 100, divide by 100, and I'm left with 35. So 35 is 10% of 350.
Awesome. Next. 15 is what percent of 85? 15 is what percent of 85? So it says is what percent? Do we know the percentage?
No, we don't. What percent?
Right, we're looking for percent. So instead of putting x over 100, I'm sorry, percent over 100, I'm going to put
An
x
X
over 100.
because we don't know what the percent is.
Right, okay, so then 15 is what percent? That means that 15 is my missing percent. So I'm going to put
is over of.
right, so 15 over 85. This is the exact same thing as the other one. We're going to cross multiply. 15 times 100 is 1,500, and then I'm going to divide by 85. So 1,500, I'm going to use a calculator to speed things up, is going to be 17.6 something. I'm just gonna call it
Round.
17.6, and we are finished. So my missing number is 17.6%.
And you guys will see, I mean, we all do things differently. Like, what I tell my classes is to create that equation. And I like them to set up the equation so that they have, right here, 100 times 15 written down equals x times 85, so they can see that division.
Do you want me to write
The
that
one
down?
step.
If you could, just write it down really quick for me, the one-step equation.
I don't do it that way.
Just because I like it that way. That's just my personal preference. You guys in my class know this. I do this just so that you can see that one-step equation as to know where you're dividing.
My class, I don't do it this way, and a lot of you guys, some do, some don't. It's your choice, whatevs.
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't care. I usually do it this way too, just to show what's going on.
Okay, here's the next one.
Ooh, I like these kind. All right, guys. This one says 30 is 15% of what number? So I like to tell, whenever I'm in class, I like to tell my students, what are we looking for? What number? Okay, well, hold on. What do we know? We know that there's 15%. This is 15% of some number. What do we know about percents? They go over
100.
So I'm going to go ahead and jot that down so I'm done with that portion. Now, this is kind of the tricky part. We got to figure out whether the 30 is the part or the whole.
Well, it's right next to is. Didn't we talk about is and of?
Well, we did, but just using your brain.
Yeah, because I don't really emphasize much on it.
Yeah, I don't do that too much either, but 30 is 15% of what number? So
it's
30,
gonna go across from it.
yeah, 30 can't be the whole because 30 is
Is the
this
15.
little
It
chunk.
is that part.
Yeah, is this little chunk of the whole. So that means where our whole would go, we're actually going to put an X because that's what we're looking for. So again, we just cross multiply. That's going to give us 3,000 and 15X, and then we divide, and I can see it. Can you guys?
I can see it.
200, right? Yep. X is 200. So 30 is 15% of 200. Does that make sense? Yeah, think about it. Half of 200 is 100, right? A fourth of 200 would be 50. This is less than 25, so it's common. You got to think logically as well. Moving on.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I get the boost question. Moose had 10 toys last year. This year, she has 25 toys. What is the percent increase of her toys?
Oh no, that's a good thing.
No,
She
that's a good
increased
thing.
toys.
She
Oh, I thought
increased
you took
toys.
away her toys.
No, she's kind of spoiled. Moose is very spoiled. So we're doing percent increase. There was something different we
How
did
do we
with
know that
percent
we're doing
increase.
percent increase?
Because it said, what's the percent increase?
No, it's because it's going from 10 to 25.
And we're comparing 1 year from the next year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes it'll say percent decrease, sometimes it'll have numbers in here that you're comparing. You've got to know you're comparing something, and you want to know the percent increase or decrease from it. So, what was the proportion that we did for percent increase?
Difference over original times 100.
Difference over original, I'm going to do the proportion equals percent over 100, just so that you guys see this.
I usually say the part that's different over the 100.
Okay. Sorry, I'm lost on. I'm confused. It's okay. So we've got the difference. What is the difference from the 10 to 25?
15.
So we have 15 over. How many did she have originally?
Well, I know that it says last year, so because it says last year, I know that it's 10.
Yes.
Because it says this year's 25, so this is in the past, this is now. So I know that this is my
Yes.
my original, and that's my new one.
Yes. So my original was 10, so I'm going to put the 10 there in my original spot. And I'm looking for the percent because it says what is the percent. So I'm looking for the percent. I'm going to multiply across. I've got 1,500 equals 10x. Divide by 10, divide by 10. I have 150% increase in her toys. Moose got really spoiled this year.
She deserves it.
She does. She's a good dog. Do
Okay.
you want to do
Miss
yours?
Miss Green bought new pencils for her class. That's weird me saying my name. Anyway, I bought new pencils for my class. The original cost of the pencils was $1.50, and they were on sale for 75% off. How much were the pencils? Okay. First of all, before I do anything, I wanted to look at my percent. I know that it's 75%, so that means I need to find 75% of $1.50. So if I know that I already know my percent, I'm going to go ahead and put 75 over 100. Okay, and then I'm looking for 75% of $1.50. So do I know my percent? No, I don't. I mean, I know it's 75%, but I don't know what the percent.
part.
There you go. I don't know
Yes.
the part of the 150. Thank you for that. Okay, and then my 150 goes down here. Just like everything else, cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to go ahead and do it like Miss Groves says because, here we go. So that gives me 112.5. 100 times x is 100x. So I'm going to divide each side by 100.
Ooh, I know an easy trick.
Okay.
Decimal
So
2 places
x
to the left.
equals 2. Decimal places 2 to the left. Which is
1.13. If we're talking money.
1.13.
And we are talking money, so we got to remember.
Okay, but oh, here we go, sorry. But I'm not done. I'm not done. That's my answer for X. I know my part. My part is $1.13, but it's not asking me what is 75% of 150. It says, how much were the pencils?
After
After the 75%,
discount,
they were $1.50 originally. Well, I'm going to subtract my $1.13, and that gives me, I'm going to use my calculator just because it's here. What? A grand total of 37 cents per pack. That is awesome.
That's awesome. And you guys got to think about it. If it's on sale for 75% off, $1.50
Buy it.
and and $1.50 and $1.13, that there's no way that's 75% off. We've got to think at least half of $1.50. Isn't that
Yep.
75 cents right there? I mean, again, that's a whole
You have to be
thinking
logical when you're thinking. That's what I do every day.
Reasonable.
I know.
Like
I
if
talked a lot about
Miss
that.
Green would have only moved it one place, it would have been $11.25.
And that wouldn't have made sense. I've
No,
seen
you
that
gotta
happen.
think, yeah.
Yeah, we got to think about
Not that
those.
Miss Green would ever do that.
No, Miss Green would buy 37-cent pencils though.
For sure. True story. Here we go.
That problem came from it.
It's true story.
Do you want to do this one?
Here we go.
You're in
Listen.
this one.
Sure.
Oh, look at that.
I know it worked out. I had
God.
yours, you had yours, and she has hers. Well, I'm in that one too. but
Oh, goodness. Okay, Miss Groves bought Miss Newsome a present that cost $16.
I care so much
Thank
about
you.
$16.
$10 says it's like colored pens.
Sales tax, though, is 8.25%. This is Texas.
Yeah.
What was the total cost? That's very important to me because I know that I'm going to have to find 8.25% of this, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, moving on. We know that percents go over
100.
and we know we're gonna have to create our proportion, so we might as well get that over with and out of the
In
way.
my class, it is a requirement that you do the proportion.
Me too.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
So in all classes, you just have to do the proportion.
Goodness. Okay, now the present costs $16.
So isn't that the total? It cost a total of $16?
No, because in tech you have to add the sales tax to it. So we have to find 8.25% of 16 first.
Right.
And then I'll explain the total cost. Okay, so 16 is the whole. We're
Yes,
trying to
that's-
look for
yes.
the part. That would
That's
be 8.25%. We are solving for the tax, and this is how it's solved. The total cost is 16. To find the tax, we got to set up a proportion and do this. So we cross multiply. We get 100x equals, yeah, I got to cheat,
I'm really glad that
8.25.
we're not being videotaped. Like,
I know,
132. Whew, now you know we divide. What's that trick, Green?
move it
Move
over
it
2
twice.
times to the
So
left.
x equals 1.32.
It's a total cost of $1.32.
Dang.
Hold on.
Bargain.
Guys,
Wait,
hold
is she
on.
buying it for?
Have y'all ever been shopping? Okay,
No.
so if she's buying me a gift that's $16, she would have to pay tax as well.
So I have to add it.
I just saw it for the tax. This would be just the tax amount.
I thought that's what she was gonna pay.
I was all excited. I was like, dude, I can get
Yeah,
away
I
with
saw it. I was like, ah. So
By 10.
this is very important right here. Total.
You've
You
gotta
have
add
to take
them.
this right here is very important too. That decimal. Okay, please. Because I had some people put, you know what I mean? We have to be careful when you're adding. Please add up the.
You know
line up
what?
the
Think about it. $16
Oh my goodness.
plus $1.32.
Okay, well, that's obviously
$17.32.
$17.32.
So you don't even have to.
I
do
don't.
that.
I just wanted to make the
but I'm
point
just,
that they
I'm just
line
saying,
up.
do it in your head.
Do it in your
You know
17?
reasonableness.
Yes.
Reasonableness. It's $16 plus another dollar and change.
And then the change.
It's 17 and change. So when
So-
you do this, if you get some random answer,
Yeah.
boy oh boy, you know you're wrong.
Hey, you want to know our way to solve this whole sales tax thing? Move to Alaska. There's no sales tax.
There you go.
Aw.
It's great.
Let's pack our bags. Moving
Let's
on.
go.
Bye.
Oh, you're welcome for your gift.
Is that what the thank you was for?
Okay, Walmart buys 32-inch Samsung TVs for $35 and sells them for $99. What is the percent markup? Now remember, percent markup was very similar to something else we've done. What is it similar to?
It's a percent increase.
It's a markup is an increase. Yeah.
So again, we're doing that difference over original
Times 100.
equals
Or
percent
whatever.
over
Yes,
100.
That works.
You can do the times 100, that's fine. I like the proportion.
I do too.
Just so that you guys can always see and have a consistency with the proportion
Proportions
and not
work
try to
with
remember.
any
Yes.
problem dealing with percent.
So it works with all of them. The times 100 won't work with everything. So if you do the proportion,
You're
can't
good
go
either
wrong.
way.
you
Yes.
don't have to memorize anything.
Exactly. So what is my difference? What am I comparing?
The
cost originally and then the cost now.
The cost originally and the cost now. So what's 99 minus 35?
64.
64. So we've got 64 over
The original was
the
35.
original is 35 equals
Hold on. How do we know that this is the original? Why isn't it not 99?
It's the original because it's what Walmart
They bought it for.
What
and then they're turning around and
Yes.
selling it for more.
Okay, and before you guys are like, man, that's not fair. That's how they make
Yes.
money.
That's how life works.
This is how
Yes.
businesses make money. If they were to sell everything at the way they paid for it,
They would make
They
nothing.
would make nothing, and therefore,
What's the point?
That's called
Yes.
economy. You'll
Yes.
learn more about it later when you
Yes,
become seniors.
for sure. So then we've got x over 100 because percent always goes over 100.
And we're missing it.
Yes, we're missing it.
We're looking for it. I didn't mean we're missing it, but we're looking for it.
No,
It's
we're
our
missing it.
variable.
It's missing. It's not there.
It took you off guard. Yeah.
We miss it. We're very sad that we
It
don't
took me a
have
minute
it.
to think about it. Equals 35x. So then we divide by 35, divide by 35. 6,400 divided by 35 is
No Rain Man here on that
no
one.
right here. About 182.9. We're gonna round that up percent. So they're making a decent amount of money on that because they're marking it up 182.9%.
And it's okay for us to have something bigger than 100?
Over than
Yes,
100.
because remember that 100% would be for them selling it at $35.
Which would only be
this
$70.
Is a mark up, which means it's going to go up from the original.
Yeah, just making sure that you all know that it is okay to have something more than 100.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Anyways,
that's
I think
it.
that's it.
Okay. Good luck
Good
on your
luck.
customer.
Bye.
Bye.